Hi there, everybody. It's the Lenny and Steve show. We're talking about our fifth show. So, and today, Lynn has something he would love to talk about.
Well, I noticed in the studio, I have albums laying around, vinyl albums laying around. And I got to thinking, why are they laying around? So when I saw the first one, which was Beach Boys, why did I have the Beach Boys down here? Because my wife loves the Beach Boys, and it makes her frisky when she hears the Beach Boys. So down in the studio, we like to listen to music.
And you have two of the same album, or
Now,
is that a double album?
it's two different kinds.
Two
Beach
different.
Boys, one of the greatest bands of all time. They don't get recognized a lot, but Brian Wilson.
Oh.
Brian Wilson was admired by a lot of artists.
Oh, yes.
So
a genius. He was a genius.
The next one is my friend gave me this, McGuffey Lane. Real popular band here in Marion, Ohio, back in the day.
Yeah.
McGuffey Lane.
Yeah. Columbus is their home territory.
So the reason, John Schwab, the reason why I have this album is because my friend gave it to me, and I wanted to listen to it again. Now, this one here, I bought it as a collector's item.
What is that?
It's not acceptable today. Not acceptable today. You cannot do this anymore.
The child aspect.
Photo maker. I mean, this
Yeah.
is a young girl, probably 5.
Yeah.
All made up, pretty and everything. John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
Okay, now here. Greatest band of all time.
They're good though, but not the greatest.
Well, at one time, just like Jimi Hendrix, at one time, he was.
Yes.
Eddie Van Halen.
When they came out, they were just they hit it just like Led Zeppelin did. They were taken
Okay.
over from Led Zeppelin.
Right,
And it was the Beatles, then Led Zeppelin, and then them.
And then the video that I like the most is Hot for Teachers. Why? That one scene in there where Eddie comes out on the bar top playing that guitar, and he's like, what, 22?
Yep.
You thought I was going to say something else, but Eddie comes out there with a guitar. He's so cool looking,
Well, they flipped back and forth of when they were kids and when they were older.
Yeah.
And that was really neat. It really was.
Well, I can't remember, but that little kid was like so freaked out. For some reason, I don't know why he's freaked out in the video, but I think it was because he wasn't supposed to be hot for the teacher. Anyway.
The Ventures.
Big, huge in the 60s, right?
Yeah, late 50s and 60s, I
now
think.
this was my dad's.
What year did that album come out? Does it say
64, I believe. But anyways, you see the cute girl on there? See her hair?
Fly Away.
Oh, yeah.
It was Fly
We could just talk all day about the Ventures. And then here's another one I have because my wife and I, Carol, come down here and sit at the bar and listen to music and talk. And then she likes this kind of music. And so do I. And she is the most beautiful girl I've ever known or ever seen. And if I had to make a girl,
she was a very
if I had
woman.
to make a girl from scratch, Play-Doh and there and there.
I cried when she died.
I did, but if I had to make a girl from scratch, I would make one like my wife. But then second. So why are these albums down here? I love a good sniff. You open up the album, here it is. Just so happens that the album's not in there because REO Speedwagon 2 is what this is. Talk about guitar gods. I saw them live in Marion, Ohio. I don't know when. I was probably 70s. But Gary Rickrath was the guitar player back in the day, and he was, I thought, the greatest. That's what I thought. Gary Rickrath. And who was the singer?
Kevin Cronin.
Good.
Kevin Cronin. I saw him in '78 in Denver, Colorado.
Probably when I saw him too.
You saw him in Denver,
I think
Colorado?
I actually saw him in '74 and '75. But I didn't see him in Denver, Colorado.
I have that.
Okay. Okay, so it's green.
T-shirt.
It smells like Billy Gibbons.
It smells like Southern rock, baby.
I think it says 73 or 74 on here, but this
Southern
guy
blues.
still relevant to this day.
Yes.
And I study his work, and what I like about Billy Gibbons is, of course, his setup is incredible. His pearly gates guitar, but he stays right there on the neck. He's not all over the place like some people are. He just gets all his sound from one place on the neck. Admire the guy.
Yes, me too.
Okay.
I've seen them 3 times. They were awesome. All 3 times.
Too bad about the guy that died.
Dusty Hill. The bass player died. And then their bass guitar tech took over.
That's right. Okay. This one here I have out because I like harmony. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Not Young.
Neil brought some stuff to it, but one of my favorite songs are on that too.
We won't go in a whole lot of detail, but I just like the album cover too. I mean, something about just looking at the album cover, smelling it, taking the album out, just right, take it by the edge, hold it like this, put it on the player.
You remember? You would just stare at the album covers for hours.
Yeah.
I mean, some album covers had so much information. It was just unbelievable. It truly was.
The lyrics might be in there. Oh, this one here, you're not going to believe this, but I was young at the time, and I started playing the guitar when Elvis Presley came about, but I was off and on. But then, the Monkees. This was an organized band, it's set up like major labels do that all the time.
Sure.
Not a sin, it's not a crime. But these guys were made up. I mean, for TV.
Sure. I got that for Christmas.
Carol bought this album with her money. I mean, this was a thing back in the day where you bought your album with your money. It was a big deal.
Yeah. My older brother said to get that for me for Christmas. And then they said to get Led Zeppelin 4, the 4th album of Led Zeppelin, because they wanted to use it and take it.
I don't know if Boyce and Hart wrote most of the songs, but all the songs on here are good. And when you got an album with good songs on them, usually there's one, and you got an album with all the good songs, it was good. Now, this one here, I'm looking at the back of it, but this guy, I love this guy.
The Beach Boys.
Again.
The Beach
you can never
Boys
have enough
again.
Beach Boys around. Yeah, because,
And guess what that is?
Yeah.
Guess what that is? Wow.
I mean, man, we have a good time down here. In the studio of love. So, today's segment is about albums. And I want to tell you a little story. I was at a store the other day, Walmart, buying WD-40, large can. They wanted my ID for the can of WD-40. And I said, are they
That's odd.
sniffing WD-40 nowadays? So I started thinking about sniffing, and then I thought about, how powerful the smell is and your sense of sound. You smell an album, you hear the album, and it brings you back to a certain era in time. So, Steve, what else you have to say? I'm going to end the segment unless you have something to say.
Oh, I just really, those days of looking at those albums, I mean, Dark Side of the Moon, I just stared at that album all the time when it came out in 73, and it was just awesome. Just mesmerized me all the time. So, but that's about all we have to say.
Anymore. It's not the same anymore with a CD, plastic CD for some reason. And, on Pandora, it's not the same. They have stuff on there.
When you got something this little dinky, you don't want to see it,
Yeah. So, I'm Lenny. This is Steve. And
we're
see you in the
out.
next episode.